Blinken and Netanyahu, according to Washington Post, are having a discussion in the war room to say that Muslims retweeting on social media is breaking the algorithms and forcing people to change their minds with Palestine and Israel. Ya ibadallah, the US Secretary of State and Netanyahu are sitting in the war cabinet talking about you. Tell me, ya ibadallah, what is the power that they saw in you that you cannot see in yourself? When Blinken goes to bin Salman and says, please help me to keep them quiet, Blinken is discussing you with the Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman. When Abdurrahman al-Sudais gets a phone call from bin Salman that says, I need a fatwa to get these Muslims in Chicago to be quiet, and he says, Ya ibadallah, make dua for Gaza, but don't talk about it, and don't talk about things that you don't know, because you might turn against your ruler, and obey your ruler, and obey the scholars like me who he has appointed. Who's he targeting? What is the power that he fears that he has to mobilize Abdurrahman al-Sudais to resist? What is the power that he fears? It's you. Tell me, what is the power he sees in you that you cannot see in yourself? Tell me, when Blinken goes to Netanyahu and says to Netanyahu, help me to help you, because public opinion is shifting, because these Muslims won't be quiet. They keep talking about Palestine because their Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that to speak out is an elevated form of resistance. When Blinken is telling Netanyahu that we need to put a humanitarian pause because they're causing a shift in public opinion, what is the power that he saw in you that he went to Netanyahu and panicked and said we need to change our strategy? Why do they see the power in you but you fail to see it in yourselves? Why is it Allah says, وَإِن تَعُدُّوا نِعْمَةَ اللَّهِ لَا تُحْصُوهَا, that if you were to count the blessings of Allah, you would never finish counting them, suggesting you're never in a poor state. Allah always gives you His blessings. Why do they see the blessings and power Allah gave you, but you fail to appreciate the blessings that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave to you? Takbir. That's why reading the Quran as a political book as well gives you these conclusions. Allah is merciful. Allah doesn't expect you not to feel scared. Allah doesn't expect you not to hesitate. Musa alayhi salam received 6 reassurances before he went to Fir'aun. He needed to talk to Allah, then see 2 large signs. Then he said, I have a stutter. Allah said, don't worry. Then he said, send Harun. He said, I'll send Harun. Then he said, we're still scared. Allah says, لا تخافا إنني معكم أسمع وأرى. Then when Musa stands between the magicians and everybody is taunting him and the magicians are goading him and Pharaoh is threatening to kill him, Musa feels fear despite having spoken to Allah. Allah doesn't say it's shameful to feel fear. Allah says it's shameful to feel fear and conclude that you should do nothing. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said to Musa, لا تخف إنك أنت الأعلى. And Allah in His mercy didn't say, Musa, how dare you? He said, Musa, I've elevated you, I've made you stronger. And He reminds him, throw your stick, it will defeat the magicians. And Musa threw the stick and he found all the magicians prostrated before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah said, leave the outcome to me. Just move, just mobilize, just do something. Show me that you appreciate the power that Allah has given you. When Allah says, اعملوا آل داود شكرا, people of Dawood, show me your thanks through your actions. اعملوا آل داود شكرا. It means that your gratitude is shown through the actions. Ibadallah, I am puzzled by an ummah that believes itself to be weak when I see it's the people repressing it, convinced that it's so strong that it needs to be repressed.